Okay, in this video we're going to show you how to do a disassembly of a 114 pump. We've already removed the pump from the drive system. You'd loosen up the two knurl nuts on either side and then obviously remove the two knurl nuts to hold the sandwich hardware. You're going to take the sandwich hardware off, slide this away, and it's going to pull away from the mount ring. Now you have just the pump in your hand. You'll have the cup. Take the cup down, set it down, and there's a set screw located on the drive shaft that holds the driven magnet in place. You're going to use a 5/64 Allen wrench and loosen that set screw up. You're going to back it out almost all the way out so that the magnet can slide off the shaft. Set that down. Then now you're going to have exposed the two 3/16 Allen wrenches, screws rather. I would set this down on its end, loosen those up. Take both those out. Now you can lift the pump body up and off the drive shaft. The screws would still be held in place. Set those down and out of the way. Okay. You want to make sure that you have your pump clean here. There's also a 20/1000 of an inch recess on the bearings. You have one single bearing on the idle and two on the drive. You'll notice the drive magnet also has the bearing nose sticking out a little bit. When you reassemble it, make sure that you don't bump those, okay? Now we're breaking it down to the sandwich area. There's pins that hold the pump cavity in place, and there's also a seal there as well. Okay, and there's also on the bottom side too, there's also another pin. You have your idle gear and your drive gear. Okay. Keep both of these where the recess is facing up at you. You also have the same 20/1000 of an inch indent on the end of the pump there as well. Remove the pins. Set them aside that way. Reassembly. You would obviously clean everything out the way your procedures call out for. You put the pins back in. Okay, they'll just set right in. You put your gear set in. Okay, make sure these spin freely. Drop the center section down on. Okay, second set of pins. And lastly, the pump body, again, making sure you're paying attention to the bearings. And that'll set down right in there so the pins match just like that. So when you flip it over, it'll drop right down. Okay. You'd put the Allen screws back on. Okay. You're going to tighten those down. And also each section does have a Teflon gasket on there. You want to make sure you reassemble that, and when you do, they don't pop out. Okay. Lastly is the driven magnet. You're going to pay attention to the keyed area here, as well as where the set screw is. So what I would do is slide that on, drop it down almost all the way, and then just gently snug it so that you know that you're on the flat area of that shaft. Okay. When you do a final assembly on that, what you're going to want on this style pump is off the shoulder of the pump body to the top face of the driven magnet is 1.105 inches. So once you have that distance set, in our case we would use a set of calipers. and we would drop down to our 1.105 inches. Tighten the Allen wrench. Reinstall the cup. Slide it onto your pump assembly. Put your back plate on, tighten your knurl nuts, put that on the back on the pump, and then tighten those knurl nuts. You're done. Thank you.